Let's get started. Let's take a look at how to find surface area of a triangular prism. Now, we talked about surface area yesterday, and we've talked about nets in the past. So let's take a look at how do we find the circular area of a triangular prism. Now, the rectangular prism is a little simpler because all sides of a rectangular prism happen to be a rectangle. So we don't have to worry about the idea of a specific base. But with a triangular prism, it is required that you use your triangles as the base. Okay? So you remember there are multiple formulas that we can use. We looked at them, but the main formula we're going to look at is the height times the perimeter times twice the base. Okay? Times big B. So if we take a look at another way to say this is the area of the base, we'll call it big B if you want to go ahead and 2 big B here. So we can change this out to say, okay, it is 2 big B plus PH. Now, the idea is that these are our bases, and these have to be the base, okay? And again, big B still stands for the area of the base, okay? And there's another formula you can look at, the area of the base plus all 3 sides times the height, which is the same as this one, it's perimeter. Just kind of explaining that out when you want to think about it. And let's take a look at what that does. So let's explore how these work. So find the surface area of the triangular prism. So at this point, let me put my dotted line down here for my perpendicular. We've got to set the problem up. So the formula is surface area is equals twice the base because we have 2 bases. So the area of both bases. So again, if we looked at our net, it looks something like this. It's not the world's best drawing, so please don't judge my ability to draw. Something like that. We find the area of these 2 bases plus the perimeter times the height. Okay, and it's the perimeter of the base. So from here, we're going to work that problem. So remember, our formula for big B is always found first, and in this case, it's 1/2 of base times height. So little b h. So little b, always find it where the perpendicular is, so we always have it right here. This is going to be my height, this is my little b. Always find it at that 90-degree mark. So base here is 1, height here is 9/10. So we put it into the formula, 1/2 of 1 times 9/10. Okay? And I'm even going to, so that gives me a big B. So that gives me, okay, the answer is big B is 4/500. 0.9 divided by 2. So that's 4/500. So now I'm going to put that into the big B formula. And I can pull my perimeter. So my perimeter, I'm going to do this in pink highlighter real fast. My perimeter I'm looking for is right here. Oh, didn't want to highlight all of a sudden. Oh, I was on eraser. No wonder why I wouldn't highlight. This is my perimeter I'm talking about. The area around those, because those mean the same thing as this on the net. Okay? So we find my perimeter 1 plus 1 plus 1. Okay, so I've got my information. So my perimeter, so 2 times the base, 0.45, plus the perimeter, which is 3, times the height, which in our case is 2. It's always that same distance, the opposite distance off of one of those points, okay? So times 2. So 2 times 4/500 is 9/10 again, plus 6. So my surface area is going to be 6 9/10 centimeters squared, okay? All right, let's do one more together before I have you guys try another one. So a little bit simpler, a little bit smaller numbers, a little not larger numbers, but whole numbers to look at. So my formula is surface area equals twice big B plus PH, perimeter times the height. So again, we look for our base, and we find our base by looking for our triangle, and that's what we're looking at this right here. I'm going to go ahead and outline it real fast in pink. There's my base, and I've got 2 bases because it's a triangular prism. That's where I get my 2 from. Now, I'm going to do it a little differently this time and let you see if you can make the connection as I write the problem. So this time I'm going to take this entire thing to work out that side. So twice big B. So big B is made by 1/2 base times height. So our 90-degree mark is right here. So we're talking this line, which is equal to 6, and 8. Those are my 2 measures. So 6 times 8. So if we do the math, half of 6 times 8 is 24. Times 2 is 48. So a lot of you, I'm hoping to see, think, oh, wait. He went to 24, then he went right back to 48. Well, look at these 2 right here. Those 2 are multiplicative inverse. So it allows me to say, oh, well, since I've got 2 bases and the formula is half base times height, I really could get away with just finding the area of the base times the perimeter times the height. So now big B, so this first section is going to be 48 plus perimeter. So I got to add all the sides, 6, 8, and 10. So 6 plus 8 plus 10 is 24 times 12. Okay, so 48 plus 24 times 12. So got to get my order of operations going here. This is 288. So it's 8 plus 8 is 6. Carry the 1. That's 7. Carry the 1. 376. That's not right. Silly me. It's not 6, 7. It's 6 though. So 6 carry the 1, and that's going to be 4 plus 8 is that, plus 3 plus 1 is 3. Carry the 1 is 336 feet squared. And you'll notice I'm using square because I'm finding surface area. I'm not finding how much water I can pour in the shape. I'm finding how much it takes to make the outside of the shape. All right, I'm going to let you guys try one now. Find the area of this triangular prism. Pause the video, and when you're ready, go ahead and get started, and you can start the video again and see how you do. All right, so let's use our formula now. 2 times big B plus pH. All right, so let's fill it all in at once. 2 times 1/2 times big B. So big B is going to be surface, so it's little b. Little b is 15 times 8 plus perimeter, which is 8 plus 15 plus 17, so 32, 40. 40 times 20. So I'm going to do all my multiplication then my addition. So again, these two cancel each other out. So 15 times 8 gives me 120 plus 40 times 20, which is 800. Add those together, I get 920 meters squared. So it's a pretty good size. This is a really good size shape. All right. Let's have you try one more. Okay? Find me the surface area of this triangular prism. Pause the video and we'll start it up when you're ready. All right, so again, let's do my surface area formula. Equals twice big B plus pH. So let's fill all our data in. 2 times, and our big B, this formula is 1/2 base times height, so 6 times 8. Plus my perimeter, 8 plus 6 plus 10 is 14. Sorry, not 14, 24. 24 times 7. So let's do our math across again. These two are going to be multiplicative inverses, so I'm at 48 plus 24 times 7. Helps if I type it into my calculator correctly, is 168. And then I add 48 to it. I get my surface area of this formula, or this particular triangular prism, is 216 inches squared. There we go. All right. So the only other thing I can do is I can change up the math. I can make it a word problem. I can build off the idea. Okay? That what if I've got that triangular pizza box from the mall pizza shop called Sbarro's? They're always triangular prisms typically. So you can eat them, and they put the pizza shape in there. Now, their question is, if my pizza is a certain size, I've got to make a box big enough to fit it. How much cardboard is it going to take to make that box? And then they're going to ask how much does it cost to make the box? And they've got to factor that into the price of selling their pizza. So it's part of their cost structure versus just making the pizza and paying the people and all the other things that go into cost so they can make enough money to be in business. So one of the things they probably have to figure out is, hey, what if we make our pizza a little bigger to get more people's attention? How much more is it going to cost to make the boxes? How much more is it going to cost if we make the pizza a little smaller? How much does it cost to change the box size? Now we can use all the old ones, but we will save money if we make a slightly smaller box. So these are all things that would happen in a real company or a real business outside of the world, especially if you think about the amount of boxes Amazon uses every day. They really are aware of what they're spending in shipping materials. So a bakery box sells pies, pie boxes, and a triangular prism box is shown. Find the amount of cardboard used to make this box for a slice of pie. So let's build our formula. Surface area, because it wants the amount of cardboard. So we've been talking about that. That's just the outsides. Now how much we're not filling the box with cardboard equals 2B plus pH. So let's build our formula. So again, it's a triangular prism, so the bases are 1/2 base times height, so little b. So here's our 90-degree mark. There's That's our perpendicular, so that's telling us that's our base is 7. Our height is 12. Okay, plus our perimeter. Okay, so now we can do our perimeter. So 12 and a half and 12 and a half and 7. So 25 plus 7 is 32 times 1. Okay, so the height's not too bad of a problem this time. So let's do our math. Again, those two cancel each other out. We're left with 84 plus 32. And added those together, we get 116 square inches. So not a massive size box, but it's big enough that they want to go ahead and use it. That's going to be a decent amount of thing. Now that's a really thin pie. I think I might want a 2-inch box for me, in my personal opinion. All right, it's your turn to figure this one out. The kaleidoscope is made of stained glass material, the shape of a triangular prism. The bases are equilateral triangles. Find out the surface area of the kaleidoscope. Okay, so there's a key to this one. I'm going to underline it. Equilateral, which means what? All sides are the same. So go ahead and pause your video and see if you can find out the surface area of our kaleidoscope. All right, so let's figure this out. Formula is surface area equals twice the base plus the perimeter times the height. So let's go our math. 2 times big B. Big B in this case is 1/2 of our base. Our base here, since it's equilateral, this last one, even though it's not marked, is 1.5 inches because it says equilateral, so we know they're all the same, times 1 3/10 plus the perimeter, which is 4 5/10 times 10. So the last one's pretty easy. It's 45. Thank you. No, not 40. 45. Thank you, base 10 principles. Thank you, base 10, and our number system being base 10. It's a pretty easy math move. And then again, these two are going to cancel each other out with that multiplicator inverse. 1 5/10 times 1 3/10 gives me 1 95/100 plus 45. So 46 95/100 inches squared is our surface area, how much it takes to make the kaleidoscope out of stained glass material. All right, so we're all set for the day. If you have questions, please reach out and ask me questions. I'd be happy to help. Have a great day.